Look, the game is dark, and if you keep feeding the monster coins, you're gonna lose everything and it's gonna win.
Fade and the money go quick. Coins feed the mouth of the monster house when art tells the truth.
I'm your boy Hypnautic. I'm about to talk about my new song, The Arcade. What inspired it? It started as a whole different song at first, on a crazier, darker beat, and then AJ made it a little pop, but I actually kind of like it. So, you know, I always gravitate to the real dark beats, the beats I can dig into my soul and tell what's on my mind. But this song specifically was, you know, the hook was kind of like, people only change when the pain of staying the same's greater than the pain of change. Now what's fame? Just another name that fades, just a flame in the dark when you feel art's pain. The Arcade. It's really just about the game, right? We keep feeding these coins, this monster, these coins, and that could be dopamine, that could be fame, that could be bad choices, that could be everything in the world, but we keep playing these games, and it's like, what are we in this game for? And that's as like, so I'm in all these worlds, right? I'm an artist, but I also love helping artists and throw shows. So I just like to preach to artists or tell artists my experience, you know what I mean? And you can get lost in this game. I've gotten lost in it many times, where you start making bad decisions and going down the wrong path. And sometimes it makes great music. So it's challenging, but it's interesting to see and look back at my career. I understand, like, sometimes I was playing the wrong game. You know what I mean? There's moments as an artist, you're chasing fame, or you're chasing clout, or you're chasing approval from people, or you want to be the best, and you're battling everything, but really you're only battling yourself, and it's hard to see that. You know what I mean? It's hard to see that we're the only ones who get in our way. We're the only ones who care that much. And so this song, I'll go down a couple bars of this song for specifically, but it started off dark. Here's a little example. And then it came pop, and this is example. You can go stream it everywhere, of course, you know what I mean? Y'all know the deal. There's so much music, and it's odd because I ain't released music in the last like 15 years, so I'm like warming up my Spotify, warming up my YouTube channel. I haven't done anything. You can go back here and see these old cringe videos if you want. But I'm just gonna start releasing more. So there's a couple lines in this that really stick out to me that I wrote, and the whole thing is like, it's deep. So art tells the truth that the eyes don't see, complex the text I break apart and let breathe. Now art always it tells a story, right? Like, you can see the cover of an art. Now I do all my visuals and everything like that. So like, you can really dive deep into every lyric I've ever said, every visual I've ever created, and there's always a story to it, right? And surface level, it may be complex or it may be simple, but there's always more to it. It's not just there, it's not filler, right? I'm not just saying things to say them. I'm saying them because deeply to me, there's some kind of story behind it. So complex the text I break apart and let breathe. I just let my lyrics breathe, right? Like, if you really want to go intricate into it, you're going to understand, like, okay, what is he really saying? And what can I get out of this? And what value or what story or what hidden truth is he saying that, you know, if I care to know, I want to know, you know what I mean? Because art is just so, we see these paintings and we're like, oh, Picasso meant this or Van Gogh meant this, but we don't really know. You know, it's I write things at some points in my life, and I go back to them 6 years later or 10 years later, and I'm like, oh, I think I meant this, or I was speaking something into the future. And we don't realize how powerful words are, and they cut like knives, and they can hurt people or they can help people. And so it's hard to be mindful of this. You just got to learn. And that's kind of the journey I've been on, is understanding that I've said things that I felt or I've seen, but they came true to me because I put them into existence. So that's one of the lines in the song. And then there's one other one I can't even think of right this second. I'm gonna have to look at my lyrics, but it's really like, art tells the truth that the eyes don't see, right? And The Arcade, this song is deep. It's kind of bouncy, you know what I mean? I'm kind of telling a lot of stories. I was gonna make this a whole album. I wrote a whole album over the last year or so. I've just been making music, and then I didn't end up releasing the album. I wasn't really ready for the rollout. I always get in my own way because I know so much. I come from the CD era where, you know, I've gotten out hundred thousands of CDs, tons of collab albums. I've done 1,000 songs, but I only have probably less than 100 released. And now we're in an era where it's like go, 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 content. So I'm trying to keep up, but I like to do things the right way, but this time I just released it. I didn't even tell anyone I was releasing it. I didn't really do a big rollout campaign. I'm starting to use some of my tech homies or started some new, like Forever Fan. I have the concert app. There's, Symphony. There's all these, Two Lost. My homie Dame has Two Lost. And I just want to use these different tools and see, okay, how can I make this easy? Because I don't have as much time as I used to back in the day. I can't be on the streets 24/7. When you're feeding a family and you trying to really, survive in this high cost environment, it's tough. So check out my song. Please stream it. Please like it, comment. I don't care. Share it with someone, but I might get someone on a remix. So if you're watching this video, you want to remix this song, I'm gonna play a little bit of it right now and let me know, because I'm down to collab right now. I just love making music. It's part of my life and story. So y'all stay blessed. And let's go.